Whatever, everybody. This is Julian Me Thickness. We're here live today.
Julian
What
Me
we're gonna be doing
Thickness.
today is
It's
we're gonna be
Jiggle,
doing some
but I know he said Jiggle
light
because of him.
nightfalls. Yeah, so
Light
it's a new
Nightfalls,
mode.
bro. We're
It's
doing.
a light version of nightfalls. What we're gonna be doing today is a squad of 17.
So
It's a
strikes.
raid that is 2 minutes long. It's a bunch of speed runners. We're gathering the community of night light runners, and what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be going to what we're gonna be going to what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go to a location that's very specific but has a very enhanced meaning, and what we're gonna be doing there is finding the radical definition of the assumption of the essence of the radication that could be the specific situation that would neutralize the uh, extremities of any form of exterior problems
Fuck
or
the whole fucking shit.
That was a minute long. Are you
Yeah.
understanding? Like, and people wonder why. Like, oh, why is your content so fucking weird? Yeah, because we're all
This is
fucking
why.
like this.
why didn't you guys stop me?
Nah, I'm not stopping you, bro. I'm gonna let you keep degrading your fucking mind into porridge. You know what I'm saying?
At what point does it become a fucking spelling bee, you asshole? Alright, do your intro.
You see, now we could kill them.
Nah, it's not. That's the intro. That's the
No,
intro.
please.
That's the intro. No, that's the intro. I'm gonna put a little note there. My friend did the intro for me. You're welcome.
God damn it. Enjoy.
Oh, they'll enjoy it, alright. They have no choice.
Oh, they got no. Episode 5 after episode 4 was such a banger with all them goddamn accents. Oh, they love this.
Infiltrate the network and gain access to the veil.
What the fuck is the veil, dog?
I got Galley on him.
He got Galley on him.
Galley on him. Got Galley
Oh
on him.
my fucking bitch.
Everybody's saying it. We're just at a point where we're too strong. I mean,
Built on the energy field produced by
But
the veil.
like that's a good thing. But here's the thing: is that they have to tone it back, so we have to build craft to be this strong now. No
think
one's
they
build
made it easier.
crafting.
that's the problem.
No one. You don't need to build
Before-
craft here.
Before we had to.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen out there who are probably watching this video and going, what do you guys mean by this? What do you guys mean? Because obviously, let's be honest, people who are going to be watching are either going to be vets or they're going to be fucking new people.
Yeah.
Before all the updates with this fucking season, I officially started to build craft.
Literally the week before.
Literally, like 2-3 weeks before this season dropped, I started to build craft with the old mods. I made a arc build with Legends of Acreus that made Legends of Acreus do 350,000+ damage, one well mod, and I'm doing that much damage. Absolutely insane, absolutely crazy damage. I should not be doing that much damage with that weapon. Here's the thing, I needed to convert Orbs of Power and Wells into charged with light in order to use that much damage. It was a very, very complicated build. With them changing the build crafting in this game, the game became way too easy for normal individuals to do that. But that is a good thing overall. The problem is that we lost the ability to be as strong as we were. I fell.
Lord.
God damn it. Is that fucking Nezarek? I felt like that's Nezarek.
Yeah. And everybody knew it the second they fucking came into this damn track.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Come on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, but like, let me continue on this statement. After creating that build on the previous mods and seeing what they were doing with the current mods, all I asked as a player of Destiny 2 was for them to not lower the power of the mods. Keep them strong, but allow people to use them better. Why is this taking so long? What is this
It's
parkour
a
with my whip?
long sparrow thing.
Jesus, I fell off again.
Point. Stop any attempts to weaken
I gotta start from the beginning.
Yeah, every time you fall.
Oh my fucking god, Bungie.
Like, I'm looking at it from the start all the way up. That's crazy. That's long.
And the fact that I can't sprint this fucking thing is really good. And I'm not spawning close. Oh, it irritates me. Anyway, but the build crafting of this game was incredibly in-depth and was difficult for the average player to create a build that was worthwhile and continuously can pump out a crap ton of damage, healing, or mitigation over and over again if you weren't well-versed in the mods. That is how the old mod system was. The new mod system is now too easy to do any of that, but it's also so dumbed down they had to lower the effects of each one of the mods, so you had to copy the mods individually. This is why most people's builds have died. My build in particularly is dead, but now that all that got nerfed, we need to learn more of the mods as individuals. Unfortunately, Bungie, if someone from Bungie heard this, we need you to put the percentages that the mods do on the mods so we know. Because we need to know now. If the mods are now this simple, and you have definitely dumbed down the mods, Fontamite is weaker, people. It's weaker. You need to tell us how much it does now. It's not even Fontamite anymore. And to me, it pisses me off. Because I have a class that has 3 of them on it, and I'm still doing less than I did with Fontamite. That is not fun. Now, am I saying it's completely bad? No. We needed to have some level of nerf to our characters and to our builds, of course. But now we have builds that are literally ran on solar getting volatile rounds because of everything you guys have done, which also within that isn't a bad thing. We need more synergy with other subclasses, what you guys have done. We need more of that, but that needs to stay in the game. Since you guys have weakened the overall mod economy, period, we now need mods that are from the seasons to stay permanently so everything else can come up. Things like the old mod of that fusion rifle mod, we all remember it from Season of Lost, that made particle deconstruction. That needs to come back so fusion rifles are still strong, especially since you want to nerf linear fusions. The fact of the matter is that with you guys lowering the overall damage profile of all these mods, which isn't a bad thing within itself. That's a good thing. We needed, and I mean this, I'm going to keep repeating it, we needed a fucking nerf. Let's be fucking very clear here. And anyone who says otherwise is a goddamn moron. The problem we are having here are things like this now, where now we're not strong enough to compete with the builds we used to have in any sort of play space. Now, is that bad overall? Hell no. We do not need to be doing that much damage anymore. But now you also, not only did you make strikes harder with more health enemies on all enemies, now that you've made strikes harder and all of them, everything harder overall, while at the same time nerfing our cooldowns because we were spamming too much, but then give us only orbs of power to do our builds off of. You've kind of killed your game, because you guys already said we were making too many orbs, and the game was fucking literally breaking because of that. But now all we make is fucking orbs. But we're sitting here on this game now, kind of like, where do we go next from here, Bungie? It doesn't seem like you know your next step, and your next step is very, very simple. Bring back the well mods so we can have those builds we used to have. I feel like I'm kind of insane looking at the game right now. Cause obviously I'm mad about my build being gone and being nerfed, but I got nothing from this strike. The first time I run a strike, I get nothing. I got 2 legendary shards. That's just fucked up. Bungie, I feel like you guys took this and obviously a lot of people I even said to myself, I'm happy that you nerfed all the mods, or at least made them. I'm not happy you nerfed them, but I'm happy you made them easier for people to digest. Because I want people like my friend Julian here to play this game and to make a build, because I know his build would be fucking stupid. It'd be absolutely terrifying to watch a fucking Warlock full heal all the time and y'all be complaining about Solar Titans, when this stupid motherfucker over here is going to make a build just like that, but for fucking Warlock. And he can now, because the build crafting is now so simple. And the funny part is that now, not only have Bungie removed the mods for wells, but now we can no longer do what was the shit from the rifles? The 7th Seraph stuff. The giant orbs that would explode. We can no longer do war mine cells. We can no longer do war mine cells. No one's mad at that. Like, people say we took 2 steps back so we can have a bunch of more steps forward. But I feel like we took 10 steps back.
The thing with war mine cells is the reason they were removed is because, one, nobody was using them. And the reason nobody was using them is because they got nerfed to the ground. They were strong.
Dog, not only did they get nerfed to the ground, but you have to use specific weapons to get them to work.
Yeah, and
That's not good gameplay. That is restrictive, and we don't want restrictive gameplay. Which is why, for me, it's like, if they bring back the well mods and they bring back the Warmind Cell mods, this shit's gonna be fire. But you need to not nerf our mods in the way that you have, because you've made everything stronger. You've made everything harder. Overall, you've done a disservice to us, because you made things harder to do, harder overall for the average player to do it, and then you made it to where now the average player has to build craft. We don't want every casual to build craft. We just want people to jump in and have fun. But the people who do build craft should be able to digest it easier, which is what you've done. But then you've nerfed it and nerfed the abilities. That does not fit your agenda for trying to make this game better overall.
Yet somehow I have my storm grenade like 5 times as often now than I did before.
That's the problem. Why is he called Nimbus if his name is Dara Danu?
It's because he's a class shredder now, I guess. I don't know. It's probably like a title. But
So you
not-
tell me
not really a
Rohan
title.
was his fucking title? That's the fucking title's Rohan. What was his fucking name?
I mean, try to call
Gregory
him, try to
Cornelius?
call him his name every time, and then tell me it's not confusing.
That's why I call him Nimbussy every fucking 3 minutes.
Hey, yo, this motherfucker Mark over here went flawless.
Okay, how do I get this? Do I have to do the fucking final mission? Requires attention of Form Zero quest and access to terminal overload bounties.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the From Zero mission. Okay, this is the front. I have to do this, which is the tasks. It's gonna piss me off, but fine, whatever. I'll do it. It'll be done. It does not. Okay, splitting these things up, it just kind of annoys me, but I understand why they do it. It's more digestible, but it fucking sucks. I want to end this video with me just basically, because honestly I wanted to finish it here. I really did. I wanted to finish it here. We have 1 mission left. I wanted to finish here, but I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it into episode 6 because I want to extend this a little bit by saying this. Bungie, if someone from Bungie saw this video, I have not played your game long, but I do know that I've played all of your fucking competitors. And all of your competitors have one thing in common. They have a mod system in their game that is easy to digest, just like what you've done, but they don't nerf the mods individually. They nerf statistics individually. Things like stability, handling, crit chance, crit power overall. They nerf those aspects because you're able to mod into those aspects. Things like Warframe mod allow us to have a mod economy that is really huge, but everyone uses every mod because every mod in that game has some usability besides obviously the weaker mods. Like, because there's obviously it's like oh, here's a damage mod, but here's also another damage mod, but they both go for base damage, but one is called a primed mod, which is like a higher end mod, stuff like that. Everything you've done with this season has only been to your detriment because now we're expecting more from you. And the problem with that is that you could have just alleviated all of that if you kept the power of the mods within the current new nomenclature of the mods without ever having to truthfully update this system with newer mods quickly. With the system you currently have right now, you have to give us newer mods. We are starving for newer mods because everything we lost with this update is not been replaced. And yes, obviously a lot of people will be like, well, they combined a bunch of the mods because things didn't need it. Yes. We also lost a bunch of statistics with some of those mods, Powerful Friends. But then you also changed the artifact mods, which was not the artifact mods, not the artifact's armor. You changed that, and now that is the end game grind. The artifice armor. But 3 points of extra to statistic? Make the mod slot free and not free like you've done with the rest of the mods. Make it to where we get 5 of one statistic for free, but if we want 10 of one statistic, we have to build it into our build again, just like we do with the other mod slot. This increases what people can do, because right now hunters are struggling. I'm not a hunter. I will never be a hunter. I'm a fucking titan. I cannot get my triple stats on a hunter anymore because Powerful Friends, not powerful. What was whatever the one it was? Is that a problem? No, it's not, because it doesn't affect the main community. It doesn't affect the casual community that's going to come here and grind a little bit, play it, and enjoy it. But it affects us veterans or people who are going to sit here and enjoy this shit for hours upon hours on end and grind and play this shit until our eyes bleed. It affects all of my friends who grind and play this shit every day and say it's the best game ever. You have a lot of things here that are fantastic, and every update you do makes the game even better. This seasonal update is fantastic. The problem is it's so dumbed down and so everything is so nerfed. There's no longer a spectacle to what your game used to be. And you've lost that, but you've lost it to your benefit because now you don't have to upgrade the game engine, yet the game severely needs it. That's another conversation for another day. But this needs to be looked at Because now for everything we gained with this update, we've lost so fucking much. You've dumbed things down so much that the grind is gone. What we would call an end game is gone. Everything that we had here. Now we're back to fashion in your game, and also trying a way to get back to where we were, which is spamming abilities and doing a hell of crap ton of damage. Is that bad? No, but not everyone's going to do that anymore because you've killed so many builds. I got my builds back to a percentage of what they were. My friend Kevin did. Everyone that was a veteran did. And yes, new players are now going to look at those new builds and go, yeah, I might be able to actually build something now. It seems easier to do with what I know. And that's a good thing. But the depth that the old system had is what made build crafting so fucking intricate. And as long as you guys understand that and attempt to build on the new system you've created, you will thrive in this space. You will thrive in this build crafting. But now that you've dumbed it down, you have to update it. You can't go next season and not update it. You can't go a whole nother year into final shape and not update it. And with you dumbing the mods on the armors down, now you have to, and upgrading that system technically, now you have to adjust the weapon mods. Because now weapon mods and weapons now need this overhaul too, so we can now build craft weapons. Which you've done with craftable weapons, but I want to be able to have like major spec, boss spec, and minor spec on my rifle if I want it. And now, and this is another thing that's a problem with this game, is that the exotic and legendary gap in what you would want is not there. I have a plethora of legendaries that I can use over every exotic in this goddamn game. Why don't I? Because I have ties to each exotic. I love Sweet Business, yet I'd argue it's the worst fucking exotic in the game.
Not even an argument. That's just the truth.
The problem you have now is that you've created this game where now you're updating it. Now you have to push it. Now you have to push it farther in the aspects that you've lost, because now body mods are too strong, or not too strong, but they're too good to look at and too good to make and build craft and do that. And now you gotta do that with weapons. And that's an even bigger challenge because we have random rolls, random perks, random barrels, random shit. And I would suggest something because I would like to, but I don't. If I suggest it, I feel like weapons would then get too strong or weapons would be too weak, because the problem with everyone's statement on this game and what you've updated is that we have too many abilities. Well, why didn't you buff the fucking weapons so people who, like myself, who would rather only use weapons all the time, can only use weapons?
No, he died.
He died, okay.
I'm out here fucking watching a sad anime, and I tune back in, and that RNG, different weapons, different rolls, different.
He's
and
literally
I'm
been
like,
here
moved to
ranting to
fucking tears.
himself, dog.
I'm ranting to myself. I'm sorry, because I'm passionate about this shit.
Well, yes, and it's
We
not
have
technically.
we have games
true,
like we have games like Apex who are sitting here saying they want to fucking live another decade and 15. Are you shitting me, bro? You're not gonna make it that far if you don't update the engine, increase the server tick rate, adjust everything in that game. Destiny 2 is on that path to fix its issues, to last that long, but they've thrown themselves back in the dumpster. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, like, it's like, well, we updated this. Cool. What's the next step? And I know I mentioned it to Harold, and you mentioned to you, and you were like, well, you know, this is a good start. And I'm like, yeah, but I should not be complacent with a good start if this is it, because this could just be it. They could just stop here and never update the system ever again, like they never did with the mod system, or like the, you know, unstoppable champion system and all that shit. They could just stop and not do it for another 3 years, and we're in fucking the next saga of this game, and that would suck, because what they've done is great, but it needs expansion, it needs work, it needs help to make it even better.
Help me.
Because that's what this game is about. This game is always about improving and getting better. That's the whole point of this game's grind, is to fucking get to a point where either you're too tanky to be killed, too skillful to be killed, or you're so fucking lucky and spent so much time and effort that you have the best role.
He's not gonna like Genshin Impact if that ever comes a console. I can tell you. Did it? Wasn't that a Warframe thing? That wasn't that your main issue with Warframe, where you're grinding chassis for 80 years?
Yeah. So
But
we
you
stopped
still,
playing
but you
on
still have moments where you're like, man, I missed that game.
I missed that game because what it had is exactly what this game is lacking. The problem with both of those games is RNG. Oh my god, what is burning? I'm on fire over here, like Jesus Christ. Like, I did 49 runs of fucking Volta Glass
Volta
to get
Glass.
Vex Mythoclast. Yet on my first run, I'm like
That is almost 100+ hours of grind for one weapon,
of
by the
just
way.
one weapon, and like that's what makes this game unfun as shit. But that also would make Warframe unfun as shit. But it's the in-depth parts that are really good in Warframe, and that were really good in this game. If you watched this video and you made it to the end, you listened to me and you listened. If you did, I appreciate it. If you didn't, I understand. I get it. If you made it this fucking far, because I'm gonna just keep that whole shit in. I don't care. If you made it this far, I thank you. Please subscribe if you want more. Like it if you like it, and tell me what you think about it in the comment section. I genuinely want to know. If you watched this video and you have a thought or anything, or agree or disagree, hit me in the comment section. I want to see it. I want to know. Because I know what I'm going to get from my homie Kev. I know what I'm going to get from my group, and I know what I'm going to get from people. But I want to know what you guys think. Because I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to see these opinions on Twitter because I follow a bunch of people who are like, "Oh, this system's great." Like, stop sucking Bungie's dick for 15 seconds and say what the fuck you want to say. Stop looking at me with them fucking big old eyes, Nimbus. Fuck. Either way, love you guys. Thank you for being there. See you guys next episode. Next episode will be the last episode of Witch Queen. If you guys have enjoyed it, tell me. I want to know. Tell me everything. See you on the next one. Been your boy.
Lightfall.
Check the links. What'd I say?
Witch Cream.
Fuck you. Witch Queen was better.
Everybody will agree with you.